Brilliance Audio presents The Last to Know by Joe Furniss, performed by Sarah Zimmerman. As Sergeant Ellie Trevelyan splashed into the floodwater at the end of the road, her boots slid in opposite directions on satin-smooth mud. She grabbed onto an iron gate that marked the approach to Hurtwood House. Flakes of rust punctured her skin, but she clung on. The light was failing now, and a tumble into the freezing water would end in hypothermia. Ellie knew this landscape, and when the river burst its banks, water could surround you with the silent stealth of wolves. Sirens pealed in the distance. Fire engines would struggle on these narrow, inundated lanes. It might already be too late. In its elevated position, she could see Hurtwood House ablaze, its twin chimneys flaming like devil horns. Ellie dug into her jacket to find her phone. No calls since the one begging her to come. She pressed redial, listened to the American woman's voice inviting her to leave a message, then hung up, securing the device inside her dry pocket. Pressing the ground 1 foot at a time, like a firefighter testing if a floor might collapse, Ellie waded through the floodwater. Beyond the iron gates, the driveway curved upward. After a few yards, her feet found dry land, and she made quicker progress up the steep incline. She passed under a stone arch, and the path leveled off in front of the mansion. Its timbers snapped in the heat of the fire, the sound of a rabid dog biting its own shadow. "Rose!" Ellie shouted into the night. The only answer was an explosion of glass from a high window. She took cover behind an old Land Rover parked on the gravel. She tried again. "Rose!" Nothing. She tried calling the woman's phone once more. Nothing. Ellie's pulse filled her throat. Rose had said she was at the house, that she was going inside. Dead ivy that clung to the walls like so many wrinkled hands had caught fire, a skin of flame making easy progress across the tinder. Ellie scanned the windows for signs of life, but they were bronzed by the glow. Is it possible someone is alive in there? The wind shifted and smoke stung her eyes. There was a side door into the kitchen, Ellie recalled, which she'd first entered 20 years ago as a young officer. Another window popped. Was that? Ellie ducked and dived to make out shifting shadows. Was that a face at the window? She hauled herself up to stand on the front of the Land Rover, to get a better view, to be in view of anyone who might be looking out. "Rose!" she screamed, long and ragged. In the silence that followed, iced air burned her lungs. There, a face at an upstairs window. The far corner. She crouched, intending to jump down from the vehicle, but instead froze. On the passenger window of the Land Rover, 2 tiny handprints were revealed by the moonlight. Silvery marks left behind by a child. Rose had said she was looking for her son. Ellie jumped onto the gravel, her boot landing on something soft. She picked up a child's scarf and ran the flame-colored wool through her fingers until its ends lay on her palms. 2 wolf faces glared at her. Wolverhampton Wanderers. Wolves, the local football team. If the boy dropped his scarf here, where is he now? Ellie opened the Land Rover door and dropped the scarf inside for safekeeping. The boy would want it back when they found him. She looked away from the house to consider her next move. From her vantage point, the extent of the flooding was clear. The farmland below rippled in the moonlight. Hurtwood House was marooned on top of a hill known locally as the Grimm's Home. Legend has it the Grimm's home floods when the devil wants a new servant. Well, the booker's not getting anyone tonight. Turning back to Hurtwood House, Ellie saw that the face at the window had gone.